Hey, it's Ron with Farming Up the Hill. We're getting ready to go outside and work on the trench for the solar array to come into the power shed. So let's go out and do that. Okay, so we're at the solar array again. Now we're going to dig a trench from the solar array to the powerhouse. It's about 40 feet long, and we got to go down about 24 inches to bury the cable. We are putting it in conduit, about 1.5 inches. And it's been really tough. Where the road we've been driving over, it is packed like concrete. So what we're doing is, we haven't been driving, it's not bad. We used shovels and an 8-inch auger bit. And that's what we've done here. And it does a pretty good job. It'll get down fairly deep. And then in the really hard spots, meaning where we've been driving, we dig just a little bit, 1 inch or 2 with the auger, and then we fill it up with water. We let that absorb. We go back in, auger down 1 inch or 2, and we just keep that process moving.
Let's illustrate how hard the road is.
So you can. So here, that road is hard. The pickaxe, yeah. When you're in with the auger and you're trying to go through it, it literally bounces. Even me, where I'm standing, you can feel the whole ground just bouncing. Really hard stuff, really packed in there. So shoveling, we're using different pickaxes. We got one spade that's actually designed to cut through roots, so it narrows down real shallow. That seems to work pretty good. Go on a speedy head. This, because you're putting all the pressure into one spot, like a lot of them, so it seems to do the best because you're just going after a small amount. Standard spade is good to clear out the hole, but as a whole, you can't dig very good. You're trying to do some stuff, having people come up and help is really helpful. For us to try to get something that would actually dig this trench, like a mini excavator, would probably run us somewhere around $800 to $1,000 to rent one up here. And so with a limited budget, we try to do as much as we can. It would have been nice, but we have to do what we have to do. So anyway, once we get this done, we'll put the pipe in down there. We'll run our wires through there, and then we have to get a state inspection. At that point, we're at the rough-in stage, and they'll come and inspect it. Then we can bury the conduit. We can connect all the cables. Really, the system that we have, with the Solark 15K and the batteries we have that automatically go to in the 7.5 kilovolt batteries, the system's really plug and play. Even out here, we can't finish it because the state won't let us until they inspect some stuff. But it's not bad. The hard part is the land itself, digging holes. The 5-foot holes to put the post in is just a nightmare. We can get down 2 feet's not too bad. After 2 feet, it's hit and miss on how big of rocks you're going to start hitting. It is called the Rocky Mountains for a reason, and it lives up to it up here. So, but yeah, we'll just continue on. When we get it all dug up, we'll shoot another video, and you can see the pipe in there. We did do some corners on this back corner because the system's on the back wall. We had put some foam blocks in so the concrete won't be there. So once we get everything done and backfilled, then I'll come back through and I'll pour a bag of concrete there. And then in the front corner of the opposite side is where they'll come in from the house and hook into the power shed. And we'll do the same thing. We have foam in there, so there's no concrete in there. Once they're all said and done, we'll backfill everything and pour the concrete in that hole. So we'll keep working at it. So we're working on the trench to put the cable, the pipe through for the wiring for the solar panels. We got to get down to, I'm getting it down to about 22 inches to 24 inches. The pipe has to be 18 inches underground by the laws here, code. So I think I'm in my last round of, so up this way from about here forward, that's 22 to 24 inches. From about here that way. This gets a little higher, and once it gets up about right there, it's only 16 inches. So I just need to do one more pass through, hit good pass through here, and clean it all out, and we'll be ready to go. As far as the hole's concerned, the trench. The ground is still really hard. Not as hard as it was at the first 3 or 4 inches. Okay, so now we've got all the way down. We're a minimum of 22 inches. Some spots are 24. So that's deep enough. Tomorrow we'll come back through. We'll put the pipe in. And this is the pipe we're using. We'll get that in there and we'll run the wire through it. We'll mount the junction box over there on the panels. We'll mount a few more things inside the solar shed, and then we'll call the state. We have to get a state inspection. The county doesn't do electrical inspections at all. They want to see the trench, the pipe, and a rough end. They'll come in, they'll see what we got going on, then they'll turn around, and we'll install it, we'll get it all done, and then once it's all completed, then we'll call them back. They will come and inspect the wiring again. Once they do that and sign off, then we'll call the county. They come in and check the solar array. They don't look at anything else. They don't care about the wiring. And they're just mainly looking to make sure that'll handle the wind and snow load. And it's engineered that way. And they came out and looked at the holes, and now they're just making sure we put it together right, that the poles are where they're supposed to be, and we have all the proper rails up and things of that nature. So we'll get that done. Hopefully we can get that all completed in the next 2 weeks. The state can be a little bit of a challenge on getting them out. They sometimes take a little bit longer. The county's been real good about being here the next day, maybe the following day, but most of the time they're here the next day. But the state, it might take them a week. So it depends on how long it takes the state to get in here. Really, by the time what I'll have lined out is once they say it's okay, it literally should take me a day to hook it all up. It'll be very simple because it's already sitting there and just nothing's hooked up. It's kind of like a house where when you're building in and they want the rough in, all the electrical boxes are in the walls where they're going to be. There's wire ran to them, the actual wire that's going to be in them, but nothing's hooked up. There's no outlets in them. There's no nothing. It's just the wire, and they can see, are the outlets far enough above the ground? Is it the right wiring? Is the lights in the right spots? Things of that nature, and that's what they're kind of looking for here. To me, they put the buried part and the rough in. To me, that's almost one and the same, because you can't bury it until they say okay. And at the same time, you want the pipe in there and you want the wire in it. So we'll have that ready for them. hopefully we can call them on Friday, and hopefully they'll be out, you know, if I get lucky by mid next week, you know, by that Wednesday, give me my okay, and by the following Monday, I'll call them back and have them come and do the final inspection. Once they give that to me and they come out, then I immediately call the county. The county up here only works Monday through Thursday on inspections and stuff, so you know, if they don't come out till Wednesday to do it, you know, if they come in early enough on Wednesday, I could call for a Thursday inspection. If it's too late, then they won't be here till the following Monday. But everything would be running by then. And then hopefully, at that point, the house people is going to trench over, and they will hook into the inverter electrical box, load box, and then they'll take that to the house. And from there, we have power. So one step closer to moving into our house that we've been working on for almost 2 years. Hey guys, welcome to Farming Up the Hill. I'm Ron. We're kind of doing the last part of the solar system, our power plant. We've got 4 of these 7.5 kilowatt lithium batteries. They're all wired together. They come to these blocks. All the negatives came here, all the positives are here. They do talk to each other. They have quite the battery system to them. So as you can see down here, there's communication, so each battery's talking to each other. And then there's the positive and the negative coming out. These are designed for either indoor use or outdoor use. Get the back, put that back together a little bit. And then they come into here. Come up here, there's the positive side, the negative side, and then there's 2 switches, 200 amp breakers for each side, because each side will do that. And then there's the power going to the house, there's a load for 200 amps going in the house, and then the generator, backup generator coming in here. So where we're kind of at on this here, so like I said, the main thing about it is you really need to make sure that your cables, your wires, are all the same length. So that's why it's kind of squirrely all over the place, because you want the amount of power going through each one to be equal. So when they charge equally, and it's taking the same amount of wires to go each direction. So that's why you kind of see it's squirrely and comes up here before it goes in, because that's an important factor. And those are really thick cables. I believe they're 2s. Trying to read to see. I can't read on it right now. Anyway, they're really thick cables, and they just don't bend. You know, you just hard to roll them up. So, got this done. I got just a little more cleaning up I need to do around here. We put a backer board, of course, on. It's 3/4 inch plywood on 2x6 walls, and then we put the backer board back there. I got a piece I need to put up there and one little piece over there, and then we'll come in here and we'll run power in here. We'll put some lights in. We'll put a few outlets in here. We're gonna have some freezers, some refrigerators in this building, some shelving units, because this one will not be cooled, but it definitely will be heated in the winter time. So summertime we'll just open the window, let some of the hot air out. Wintertime it'll stay 50 and above, so we can put stuff in here that we don't want to freeze. So we still got a ways to go. We're going to put 1/2 inch plywood on the walls and the roof. It's R19 insulation, and like I said, we'll clean it up real good. We'll get the plywood up, probably put a little bit of shelving in here for some extra storage above the fridges and freezers, and we'll go from there. So, all right, now that we're done in here, now we'll go outside and try to finish up out there. All right, guys, we're gonna work on the solar some more. We're going to put in the ground rods and wire to the PV-Ray DC isolator, the turn off switch, emergency disconnect over there. So once we get that done, then we have just a little bit more inside, but we are ready for the inspection and hopefully soon be finished with this project. So here we go. Okay, so we're installing the ground wires. So we got the first one installed and it goes to the poles right down there. And now we're going to bring this around. And this particular one come up this guy will go and this one coming into here will go to the array. And then we'll bring the array wires in through the same hole here. And we'll bring them up the side and then we'll hook them into the appropriate corresponding spots that goes with these down here that go to the inverter. So these are all going to the inverter. The solar will come in through this hole. So we get a loop coming in so the water won't run inside the box. Come up this side. We'll go into these holes here. And that'll be done. And then the box itself is sealed. So we'll put the screws in and it'll seal it all up. Hey, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video with as many people as you can. We really appreciate it. Would help the channel grow. We're trying to get a little more often on doing videos. At least once a week. That's our goal, if not twice. So it takes a lot of effort to get these things put together and get them audited and get them out to you guys. We don't really cut much out. There's a little lag in between sometimes when we turn things off and on, and that's where we kind of audit it. But we're not cutting out our mistakes. We make a mistake, you guys will get to see it. So thanks again. Have a great day.